In this video, you will learn to identify different types of polygons and to identify the various parts of a polygon. Now to begin, we first must define our terms. What is a polygon? Now the literal definition comes from the prefix poly, meaning many, and then gon means angle in Latin. So the word polygon literally means many angles. Now, what does this mean, or what do these look like? Well, a better description of this would be a closed figure made up of line segments, and it does not cross over itself. And we'll see some pictures here in a moment of polygons versus not polygons. But now we see here the word line segment. What is a line segment? Well, a line segment is a portion of a line with two endpoints. So here, for example, we see a line segment. It is a part of a line. Remember, a line keeps going forever in both directions. But here, a line segment has a definite beginning and ending point. So this here would be line segment AB, or we can call it line segment BA. And then in math notation, we can write this as AB with a line segment symbol above it, or BA with a line segment symbol above it. Here in the next slide, we see examples of polygons. So here, notice these are polygons because they are made up of straight edges. There's no curves. It is closed. All right, and also it does not cross over itself. Now examples of not polygons would be right here. This first picture is not a polygon because it is curved. This right side is a curve. The second picture is not a polygon because it crosses over itself. Notice right here it intersects, crosses itself at this point, thus making this shape not a polygon. And the third picture over here is not a polygon because it is not closed. So again, polygons need to be made up of straight edges, it cannot cross over itself, and it's going to be a closed shape. Now with a polygon, we have different parts of it. So we have what's called the vertex, or the different points, and these are the common endpoints. So like point A, for example, right here, point B right here, and point C right here, those would all be a vertex. And by the way, vertex is singular, so one vertex, and then if you have more than one vertex, the word is vertices, V-E-R-T-I-C-E-S, vertices. So A, B, and C are all vertices. All right, and then we have the sides, that would be the line segments. So we have side AB, we have side BC, and side AC. Those would all be the sides of this polygon. And then we have the angles. We have what's called interior angles. Interior means inside. And these are the angles inside the polygon. So for example, we have angle ABC, this angle right here, that is one of the interior angles. We have angle BCA, this angle right here, that's another interior angle. And then we have angle CAB, which is this angle up here. So those would all be interior angles. Now with polygons, there are different types of polygons, and they can be categorized by the number of sides. So here, in this picture, we have 3 sides, and that would be considered a triangle. So if it has 3 sides, it's called a triangle. But now what if it has more than 3 sides? What about 4 sides? Well, a 4-sided polygon, the general term we give is called a quadrilateral. So quad, that prefix means 4. Lateral means sides, so this means 4 sides. And now there's different types of quadrilaterals. There are squares, rectangles, trapezoids, etc. But the general term for a 4-sided polygon is a quadrilateral. Next we have a polygon with 5 sides. That name is a pentagon. So penta, this prefix means 5, and then gon, remember, means angles. So this literally means 5 angles, which if there's 5 angles, there's also 5 sides. So 5-sided shape is a pentagon. 6-sided shape would be a hexagon. So hexagon, the prefix hex, hex, that would be 6. A 7-sided polygon is called a heptagon. So the prefix hepta means 7. An 8-sided polygon is called an octagon. So octa, that prefix means 8. A 9-sided shape is called a nonagon. So the prefix non, non, that means 9. A 10-sided polygon is called a decagon. Deca, that prefix means 10. And by the way, you see that prefix in many different other contexts as well. You see that for measurements. So you have like decameter, you have decaliter, means 10 of something. Or for sports, you have what's called a decathlon. So the prefix is deca, it's 10 different events. So that prefix deca means 10. And by the way, decade, right? A decade is 10 years. So again, that prefix deca. Now another one that is not as common, we don't really use this name very often, but it's maybe good to know, is an 11-sided polygon. That is called a hendecagon. So you see decagon, that means 10 sides, and the prefix hen would mean 1. So it's literally meaning 10 plus 1 or 11. So this has 11 sides. And then we'll finish with a 12-sided polygon. This is called a dodecagon. So again, we see the word decagon, meaning 10 sides. And then the prefix do, think of like duo, like if you are doing a duet or a duo, that means 2. So dodecagon means 2 plus 10 or 12 sides. So these are the most common. The 11-sided polygon is probably the least common out of all these. But do make sure you know the different names for each type of polygon. Now another way we can categorize polygons is by the way the shapes look. All right, so we have what's called a regular polygon. And what a regular polygon is it's a polygon where all the sides are the same length and all the angles are the same measure. All right, so here we see an example of a quadrilateral. This is a regular quadrilateral because each side is the same length and each angle is the same measure. In this case, each angle measure is 90 degrees. For a pentagon, it will look something like this, where each side is the same length and each angle inside, each interior angle, is going to be the same measure. And then for hexagon, will look something like this, where you have each side being the same length, and then each angle has the same measure. All right, so that's a hexagon. And it could be for any number sides. So we could have for heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, hendecagon, dodecagon, as long as all the side lengths are the same and the angle measures are the same as well. That makes it a regular polygon. And by contrast, if it does not have all the sides the same length or all the angles the same measure, that would be called an irregular polygon. All right, so irregular polygon, all sides are not the same length and all angles are not the same measure. So here we have quadrilateral. Notice each side is a different length. Here's a pentagon with different side lengths, hexagon with different side lengths, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, dodecagon. Notice each side length is a little bit different. All right, so these would be irregular. So in this lesson, we have learned what a polygon is and what it is not. We have learned different parts of a polygon, and we've learned different types of polygons. And that concludes our lesson for today. We will see you next time.